January the 1st, 2025. Look at this stunning weather. It's absolutely amazing. I'm walking into the sun because if I walk this way, look at it, you just can't see me. It's incredible. T-shirt weather to kick the year off. And today, obviously, is the start of the fiscal year here in Spain. But we're going to talk about in these videos, during the year, I'm going to break down some of the elements of the new law, which is going to be brought into play on the 20th of May of this year, and explain those little changes that have been made. Specifically, this time is for the renewal of the non-lucrative visa. Now, Article 64F states that you have to have been in Spain for 183 natural days to be able to renew your visa. And this was reintroduced after it was annulled last year. No, the year before, we're in 2025, aren't we? Now you can check out why they annulled that law in this video here. So we're not going to get into that today. But what they are going to reintroduce is that if you haven't been in Spain for 183 natural days during the residency period since you got your residency card, so there'll be a date on your residency card, then you will be denied your renewal. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be in for 183 days in one time. What they state is natural days. They will count days in and out. So you can go out, evidently you can go out. You don't have to stay put for 183 days, but you have to make sure that during that period, since the start date of your TIE card, you are in Spain for more than 183 days. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't put it down to the wire. I really wouldn't. But in reality, how many people is this actually affecting? I don't think it's going to affect many people. It certainly wouldn't affect many of our clients. Most of our clients talk to us about the long-term plan of getting permanent residency at the end of the 5 years, which means it pretty much doesn't make any difference whether you have to be in 183 days or not. Because to get permanent residency, you need to have been in Spain, well, you need to have not been out of Spain for more than 10 months in the first 5 years of your temporary residency. Now, you might say, how do they judge this? How do they tell? Well, currently it's done using passport stamps and details of travel going through the airport. But obviously now they're going to be bringing in the EES system, which is going to digitally control everybody going in and out of the country, which you suppose the Spanish government will have access to, which will maybe it will get rid of the need to hand in a full copy of your passport every time you do a renewal. Or will it? Or will it? The reason is because they don't always look for just the stamps to see how long you've been in Spain. What they also look for is if you've gone and got a visa in another country. If you've been traveling outside of the Schengen zone, or when the EES system is brought into place somewhere which that isn't, where that isn't in effect. So I still think on renewals, they're going to ask us for the full copies of the passports. So talking about the 1st of January, obviously this is the start of the tax year. And you have to remember that if you did plan on coming to Spain and not abiding by the 183-day rule, then now you have to, for your renewal after the 20th of May, that at some point will automatically make you a fiscal resident. The tax year in Spain is from January the 1st until the 31st of December. And in theory, if you spend more than 183 days, whether it's a resident or not a resident, whether you're on holiday and then you become a resident, it doesn't matter. It's physical days in the country which determine your tax residency. Now, we are not tax specialists. We do have tax specialists which work with us, so we always advise our clients to speak to somebody beforehand if they've got any doubts. But just remember that everybody worries about this capital gains sort of thing, selling a house in the same year you become a fiscal resident in Spain, and then why we have this rush on in July for people who have been measuring their days to come after the 183-day cutoff. But it's not only capital gains they're going to look at. If you're a fiscal resident, you're a fiscal resident for everything. So that's going to include income and any lump sums which you've maybe acquired during that same fiscal year. So it's very important to get your fiscal advice from a taxman. that's about it for this video. It's always a good idea to get passport stamps in your passport until the EES system comes into place, so you can prove what your dates actually are. You may think, hey, at the end of the 5 years, how are they going to tell? It's a soundtrack to Spain, isn't it, dogs? How are they going to tell how long I've been in and how long I've been out? Well, in every renewal, remember, you have to submit a copy of your passport, and they will have a record of those dates there as well. So that's a good thing. We keep those for our clients. We keep them on file. So when we get to the permanent application, we've got copies of the old passports to prove. If you change your passport, it's always a good idea to keep the old one. Make sure they should send it back to you. If you've got a British passport, they normally send it back to you with the corner cut off. If you've got another national passport from another country, then let us know what they do. I know in the UK they send them back. I always get mine back. And it's a good idea to keep them to control the days that you've been in and out, in case you need to prove that at the end of your 5 years. What else have we got coming up this year? Well, we're going to check out EPREM. EPREM, will it go up this year? We don't know yet. It hasn't gone up for a while, so it'd be interesting to see whether Sanchez's government really wants to put it up again. Let's see. I've got a feeling he's not going to put it up again this year. I think it's going to stay where it is again this year. There's also the good news that we're going to do a whole video which relates to that on the 2-year renewal and the requirements for the finances, because immigration are becoming a lot more flexible with the digital documents that they are accepting, in our experience, for Malaga and Alicante. So that's good news as well. So if you are moving to Spain, subscribe to the channel. Remember to watch our weekly updates every Sunday at 6:30. We have other videos coming out as well. Our website is below if you want to book a call and have a chat with us.